Happy Thursday and welcome back to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show, sponsored by Dunstan Hall, Bistro and Garden Centre. I never know what order to do that in.
Dunstan Hall, Bistro.
There's so many bits to it. Garden Centre and also Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa.
If you're new here, then hello, welcome. We're Laura and Becky. If you're old hats, then we don't need an introduction, do we? You know us by now.
Yeah,
You're like old friends, you are. You're like old friends. So came in this morning and you had the bright idea of watching a few TikToks to G us up or make us laugh.
I think this is going to become a regular thing.
Yeah.
I think when we first come in, we need to sit there for 5 minutes and and watch TikToks just to put us in the right kind of vibe, you know.
The thing is, though, with that, you can't stay on TikTok for 5 minutes. That's a fact. It's impossible.
That is true. You fall down a hole.
We will just end up watching TikToks for 2 hours
and not get the podcast done.
Anyway, so obviously there are some trending TikToks, and one that's been trending for ages is the Cuff It dance by Beyonce.
Mate, it's been trending for months, hasn't it? And it's still trending. Like every time I go onto TikTok, a video doing that dance comes up without fail.
Yeah. So probably about 3 weeks ago, I thought I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and see if I can do it because it looks really easy. It's just like dun, 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 bomb, dun, 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 bomb. Mate, that dance is impossible.
It actually is, isn't it?
So you tried it. You were like, right. There was a little tutorial. You were like, okay, I'll have a go.
Well, yeah, there was this bird on there going, don't do it like this. This is how you do it. So I thought, right. So I propped my phone up in the corner of the studio. I thought, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna nail this today. Jesus Christ.
What is it? It's almost like your body doesn't work. Like your shoulders are supposed to go one way.
Your knees go the other.
But you said people on there start the TikTok and they're just like chatting like just about to do this dance, and then they just go into the dance as if it's like,
mate, they make it look so effortless.
Like,
I've seen people like drinking coffees and like doing the washing up, and then suddenly they'll just go into it, but it's perfect.
Yeah,
I'm literally stood there like, right, hang on, oh god, right, 1, 2, 3, okay, here we go, and I can't do it.
Maybe we should try it. But
well, you got a little video of me kind of doing it this morning.
You're like, right, don't do it like this, do it like that. And
mate, I look like I'm having a stroke.
Yeah, you
literally look like I'm having a stroke.
It's embarrassing, isn't it? How do they do it? I don't think I'm that. I think I've got a little bit of rhythm as well.
But it's the way the body just sort of like
It's like your hips have to go one way whilst you lift your leg up.
Yeah.
And then you have to like swerve and do. It's just.
It's a banging song and it's a banging dance, to be fair.
Yeah.
The other one that's trending at the moment is Meghan Trainor.
Yeah. Now that one I think we could probably do. That one with a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we give it a go?
I don't know. I don't know. I love watching other people do it. Yet then when you do it, you just feel like a dick, don't you?
Well, the thing is, you've got to be a good dancer. Yeah. You can't do it and look a little bit rubbish. You've got to look banging.
Have we ever done one? We've ever really done a dancing one.
No.
We've done that weird one with the rosé, which, by the way, is on 70k now. That
is it?
Real. Yeah.
Yeah, we've not done a dancing one because I just think you've got to be a really good dancer.
Yeah.
Haven't you?
Or have you though?
Yeah.
If you're really bad at it, that will get a lot of views as well. It's like the opposite.
Yeah. Well, that will be us.
It's like one or the other.
Yeah.
I just think it's just going to be embarrassing, whichever way you look at it.
Can we have a Stacey Solomon update?
We can,
please?
yeah, we can. So yesterday, obviously, we kind of told the story about what happened on Friday with Stace. And
hang on, sorry.
What?
Are we calling her Stace now?
Yeah, because I feel
we're
like...
on those sort of terms with her.
Yeah, why not?
Stace.
I wonder if anyone calls her Probably not.
I bet Joe does. Stace!
Is she Stacey Solomon Swash now? I love it because it's all the S's. It's like the Kardashians.
Oh, yes, Stacey Solomon Swash. I don't know.
Anyway, so... we did the podcast and then we went for like a coffee, didn't we? And I was like, oh God, this is just embarrassing. I don't know what to upload. I don't know if to tag with my story. Blah, blah, blah. Procrastinated for ages. Anyway, uploaded a clip of the podcast onto my stories and tagged Stacey.
I've never seen you so nervous, by the way. Before you were literally looking at like, do I tag her? Do I post it? I mean, it took probably a good hour, didn't it?
And I thought she might just like message me and be like, stop it. Stop talking about me. Stop it.
No, I don't. She's not that sort of person.
No.
She's nice, isn't she? I don't think she's like that.
So anyway, so posted it, and then probably every 5 minutes was just checking my stories to see if she watched it, checking it. And then after about 2 hours, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, sort your life out. So I thought, I'm just going to go for a dog walk. So took the dog for a walk. Anyway, lovely Lisa, who listens to our podcast, shared my story to her story, or she screenshotted something. She was listening to
Yeah.
it, and she tagged Stacey Solomon. She was like, "Come and join the fam." I was like, "Oh, nice one, well done, Lisa." Anyway, whilst I was on my dog walk, she messaged me a screenshot of her story, and Stacey Solomon had liked her story.
She liked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like,
Interesting.
"Oh." So then I went onto my stories, and obviously Stacey had watched the story.
I love the way you say, and obviously Stacey.
So she's seen it. She's definitely aware of it. Now,
Can we just stop for a minute? The fact that she is even watching your stories, what is going on?
I know.
What world are we living in here?
Mate, I mean, she's got 5.4 million followers. How do you keep up with your notification? I think she might have some kind of special Instagram. How do you keep up with that many notifications? Like, how?
Don't know. I even find it hard to keep up with mine, mate, and I've got
I
nowhere
know.
near that.
5.4 million. Imagine how much stuff she gets tagged in.
But I guess she's only following how many people?
5,000.
Yes. Well, she has quite a lot still, isn't it?
So I guess now I must go into her primary messages, and because obviously you've got primary,
you've got the request one,
and then you've got the one where just absolute weirdos message you.
Yeah.
So I guess that it would make sense she would see mine, but I don't know. Anyway, she's seen it. She's kind of aware of it,
but she hasn't messaged. She hasn't.
No. So I'm going to sound like such an idiot. So I think she was filming all day yesterday. Because I was like, oh, she's going to listen to it. But then she might just watch it and be at work and not, do you know what I mean? She's not going to drop everything and go, I must listen to this podcast.
Yeah. Wasn't she not very well as well yesterday?
But she was out yesterday. She did quite a late story saying, oh, she's been filming. I thought, well, she's definitely not listened.
Mate, she's been busy. She's been busy.
So what I think is, I'm not going to hound her with tagging her and stuff because... It's a bit sad, isn't it?
I love the way we're saying this, but then after the podcast, we're like, right, tag her.
But no, I think occasionally I'm going to pepper her with little comments and stuff and see if we can eventually... I mean, the dream is to get her on. That's the dream.
You need to become mates with her.
But actually, shall I tell you something? Just going to make a little phone call.
What?
Hold on to your hats.
What are you doing?
Wait a sec. Just going to phone someone.
Who are you phoning?
Act cool though, okay?
What?
I had another message last night from Miss Solomon.
Hey, are you winding me up?
No.
Ready? Well, no.
Ready?
I don't know what you're doing.
Just act cool and just ask funny questions, okay? Ready?
Well, no.
I'm joking.
You're such a tit. I was literally like, what is going... I either thought you were going to wind me up with somebody pretending to be Stacey.
Oh my God, I should have done that. Why didn't I do that?
I thought someone was going to come on and be like, all right.
I should have done that.
I was like, what is going on?
Did your heart go a little bit faster?
Well, yeah, I was literally like, what?
Can you imagine? Oh, that would have been so good. I should have done that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, one day, mate, we'll
get her on.
We'll have her on.
Now, we had a meeting yesterday, didn't we? And we're going to be really annoying again. And we can't exactly say what the meeting was for. But it was funny, wasn't it? It was obviously, we're not very corporate, are we? We're the opposite of corporate.
We're what would be the opposite? Non-corporate. We're corporate.
Sit your pants, blagging it, just ourselves, see what happens.
Yeah.
Pair of numpties, basically. Yeah. So we turned up to this meeting that was very corporate. Yes, I mean, it was, wasn't it?
I don't think it could be more corporate.
It was so funny. When the person we were having the meeting with had nipped out of the room to get us some waters, Laura turned to me, because we were sat at this big boardroom table, weren't we?
Yeah.
In a big room with a big whiteboard and, very corporate.
Yeah.
Laura turned to me and went, oh, mate, this room's giving me the heebie-jeebies. I couldn't work somewhere like this. So
it was a proper boardroom, wasn't it? And then, listen, I mean, we always kind of go in. We do prep sometimes for a meeting, but most of the time we're selling ourselves. So all we need to do is be ourselves and just kind of talk about what we do. So it's, we don't have to be corporate. But I was a bit bamboozled. At one point, I was like, this guy could be talking Swahili. And do you know what I mean? I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You get imposter syndrome.
Mate, I was lost from the first sentence.
Yeah. Well, he was using phrases like corporate phrases, like
yeah, at one point he said footsie companies, and I was like,
FTSE 100. I knew what that was. That's one of the only things I knew. What did he say as well? He went, he was talking about the parts of the year, but calling it something else, wasn't he? Like, oh, that's key 1 and key 2. Oh. And I was like, what? But there's something quite intimidating, I think, about being sat at a boardroom table.
Yeah.
Because we're used to having meetings in a coffee shop.
In a restaurant.
Aren't we? In a restaurant with a wine or a coffee.
Yeah.
But we were sat there and he was miles apart from us, wasn't
he? Sat the opposite side of the boardroom. I actually thought there were plenty of places where we were to go for a coffee. I thought it might be like, should we just go and grab a... But when he walked us through the office, I was like, oh, no.
It's a bit intimidating, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah. I felt like we should have like a presentation or something ready.
Do you think we should get a presentation? I was thinking this the other day. What would we put on it? We'd be like, yeah.
This is us. Mate, presentations bore the shit out of me. If I have to sit there and watch a presentation, I start to yawn. My eyes start to glaze over.
The minute you enter any form of meeting, it's just, that's it, isn't it? You just...
Yeah. So no, I don't think we... Nah, I don't think we should, do you?
What I love is we have to sign in sometimes, and Becky always signs in for me, and she's like, right, and she just kind of practices my signature. I'm like, what kind of signature am I going to have today?
It's a little habit we've got into, isn't it? And I'm always like, Laura Summers.
But it was an hour, that meeting. That is a long time for us.
It was a very long time. I mean, we didn't know half the stuff he was talking about. We think it went quite well, but we don't know. And then afterwards, we were so bamboozled and so exhausted. We had to go for a little Prosecco, didn't we? That's what we had to do. But mate, this is how we roll.
Exactly. Have we heard back from them yet?
No.
Okay. Right, Dunstan Hall Garden Centre. You have, no, not Dunstan Hall. I'm not talking to them. I'm now talking to you. You have one more day left to enter our Christmas tree competition.
If you haven't yet entered, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Go over to our Instagrams at Laura Summers Lifestyle, at Becky Hayes UK, and at Dunstan. Well, they've got 3 actually. At Dunstan.
Here we go. Dunstan Hall Garden Centre.
That's the one.
Dunstan Hall Estate and Dunstan Hall Bistro.
Yes, Laura.
All are amazing. We actually went there yesterday, had a coffee. You had a cheese scone. Oh no, I had a cheese scone. You had some kind of kids.
Well, yeah, I've got a really sweet tooth, which is a bit of a problem. A habit I'm trying to kick. Actually, I'm not trying to kick it at all. Yesterday, it was like a Rice Krispie cake with white chocolate on top and marshmallows and white chocolate chips. Mate, it was to die for.
Yeah, my cheese scone was nice, actually. We were there for ages, weren't we? We couldn't move. We were like, we need to move.
Well, we were sat in the bistro, weren't we? And it was sort of cold outside. It's all they've got their Christmas decorations up in the bistro. Really nice Christmas trees, all very twinkly. And the fire was on. We literally were slumped in our seats, procrastinating.
We saw one girl with her Zara jeans on, but she'd left the actual tag, as in like the price tag on. We should have told her.
Should have done, yeah.
We saw people come and go, didn't we? We were in there for hours. We should have done a time lapse.
We should have actually. Also, we saw the Christmas trees that are in.
Yeah, they're there. So listen, there's literally 24 hours to go. So if you want to win, have a look at our Instagram at Becky Hayes UK, at Laura Summers Lifestyle. What's going on in the world?
Now, you're a bit obsessed with this, aren't you?
Oh my days. So not yesterday, the day before, went to Meadowhall with my daughter, and as we're driving there we saw a big screen and it had the Macdonalds Christmas menu on it, and I was like, oh my days, the cheese melts are back. Okay.
Hey mate, I've never had a cheese melt.
Becky. Right.
Honestly, since you've started going on about it, I am literally like, what's a cheese melt?
Right, so last year or the year before in lockdown, you remember when McDonald's was open, it was just like queues, for days, queues for days to get to McDonald's. Well, every Friday, Grace and I used to go and queue over Christmas. It was like lockdown, it's the only good thing to do, and get cheese melts and other things. So when they came back this year, we were like, oh my God. So when we were in Meadowhall, I was like, on the way back, we'll stop for some cheese melts. It's all I could think about, I'm not going to lie. So drove home, went to the drive-through, got to the little thing, and he was like, can I help you? And I was like, can we have 3 lots of cheese melts, please? And he was like, oh, the Christmas menu doesn't start till tomorrow. And I just went, oh, okay. Well, it's okay. Can I have some nacho cheese bites? And he went, we've run out. Mate, I couldn't. I literally was like, okay.
Anything cheesy.
Okay. He was like, do you want anything? I was like, nope. So I had to like drive around the drive-through. And as I did, I went really slowly and just stared in and gave them the
Side-eyed them.
I was so disappointed.
Mate, what is a cheese melt? I'm literally on the edge of my seat.
So anyway,
here.
yesterday, the Christmas menu's out, guys. So go and get yourself some cheese melts. They are, just imagine, just melted cheese.
Hang on, can you do it in like Nigella's voice or something?
So imagine melted cheese coated in, I don't know what it is, something crispy. That's it. It's just cheese, mate. It's just melted cheese.
Would you dip it in anything?
The dip is to die for. I don't know what's in the dip. It's like a spicy, tomatoey, Christmassy delight.
All right,
you dip your cheese melt in, you pop it in your mouth. They are insane. I can't believe you've never had one.
Never had them. I think I've had those mozzarella dipper things.
Right, they're all right.
Yeah.
Mate, you need to get the cheese melts. It's the melted cheese and the crunch of the outside. Delicious.
I'm just going to put something out there about the dip, actually.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the dip. I thought with it being a Christmas menu, it might be like a cranberry type of dip. No?
No, it's not cranberry.
Oh, that'd be nice, that.
You just eat them, then get back to me.
All right,
okay?
I'll give them a go.
Okay, mate. Mate.
I actually don't know what the mate is today. You've kept this a little secret from me.
Because when I was told this, my first thought was, I need to tell you this on the podcast. Okay. My sister has she's got like a lodger, I guess, moving in, but it's her friend, okay? And her friend has like split up with her boyfriend. So she's going to like move in with my sister for a bit. They're going to have a ball. I'm actually quite jealous. So my sister was talking about it and Rachel, her name's Rachel. So she was going to move in with my sister after Christmas, but it turns out she's not. She's actually going to move in before.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So they're doing some like really nice stuff. They've like chosen some paint to paint like her room and blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, oh, I'm so jealous. It'd be like you moving in with me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or me moving in with you. And so anyway, I was like, this is great. And I've been saying to you, haven't I? Oh my God, it's going to be great. I'm so pleased, blah, blah, blah. I've changed my mind.
Why?
I've changed my mind. Shall I tell you why? Yeah.
Do we not like Rachel?
Because I spoke to my sister, I think it was last week. And she was like, I was like, how's it going? Are you doing your painting and blah, blah, blah. She was like, yeah. She was like, Rachel came round the other day and she brought something with her. And I was like, oh, right. She's like, yeah, it's like, kind of like something exciting for us to do. And I was like, oh my God, what? And she was like, Elf on the Shelf.
Oh no. She didn't.
She has.
Rachel's brought round Elf on the Shelf.
Could you imagine? Ding dong. Walk into your front door, open the front door. There's Rachel, your new flatmate. And she's like, ta-da. I would just stare at her
I'd
and
shut the door.
slowly close the door.
Same. I'm sorry. No, it's a hard
Rachel.
no from Laura and I for Elf on the Shelf. We've always been the same, haven't we?
Always been.
We've never bent on this. Never. We've never even thought, should we?
Could you imagine if I brought you an Elf on... If you brought me that...
Mate, we wouldn't be... This podcast would be over. There'd be no more Laura and Becky show.
Fuck you, Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah.
Fuck the friendship. Off you, poodle.
Mate, what's she thinking?
Mate, what's Jade going to do? I didn't react on the phone. I went, oh, is she?
What was Jade's reaction?
Well, Jade was like no, she was a bit like her. But knowing my sister, I said to her, I was like, she was like, oh, yeah, I'm not, Elf on the Shelf. I went, Elf on the bloody shelf. And she went, I went, knowing you though, she'll be really creative, Jade. And she'll be like, he'll be having a fishing rod into the toilet, that kind of stuff, isn't it?
Mate, who's got the time for that?
They haven't even got kids. There's no kids in the house.
That's what I was going to say. They're two
should
grown
have turned up
women.
with a big bottle of gin or, I don't know, whatever. I can't think of anything else, but...
Mate, this is honestly one of the worst things I've ever heard.
What do I do?
Well, we don't go round there in December for a
There's
start.
a party. We're invited to a party.
We ain't going. If we go round and there's an elf sat on that shelf,
you know what we should do?
What?
Go round, get the elf on the shelf, set it on fire in the garden.
Get rid of him.
Yeah, shall we?
Yeah. Flush him down the
Nick
loo.
him. Put him on the road, hope a car runs over him.
Mate, can you imagine some children though pootling up the road?
There's
like,
my God,
there's an elf that's been run over. Oh my God.
Yeah. honestly.
Do you know what?
This is bad, isn't it?
This is the worst.
Isn't it? Could
Mate,
you think of anything worse?
No, this is the worst thing that's ever happened, I think. So I was with Lily in a supermarket the other day, and she grabbed an Elf on the Shelf and she went, Mummy, can we come? And I went, no. And she didn't even ask me again. She just looked at it and put it back because she knew my thoughts on Elf on the Shelf.
You could always say, why don't you ask your dad?
I could.
That might be a good idea.
Do you know what?
That's a good idea.
Yes.
In fact, buy one and be like...
No, mate, I can't even... no, he's going to have to buy one. I couldn't even take one to the till and pay for one. They're horrible little things, aren't they?
Understand. We've never understood it. We don't pretend to understand it. We don't want to understand it. Yeah. I don't quite know what to say to my sister, but we'll see what happens.
Do you know what? This is what I'm dreading about December, is the Facebook posts and the Instagram posts that come up going, oh, here he is, naughty little elf sat on the toilet roll. Oh, he's made a mess in the kitchen. Mate, I've got a phone call I've got to go and take. So do you want to finish off the podcast?
Yeah,
okay. Ringwood.
I'll do Ringwood now. You. Is it something about Elf on the Shelf?
I don't know.
Okay, so. Okay, phone call over.
Yeah, done. Yeah, sorry about that.
I love your phone call voice. You've got one like mine.
Hello. Yeah. Hello. Oh, yes, speaking.
Yeah.
Speaking.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Oh, yes, that should be fine.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Right, Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa. They've got some amazing things going on over the Christmas period. We've been having a little look. Did they get back to you about the dog thing?
I'm just looking now, actually.
They've done this really cute reel of this dog in a Christmas jumper. And we're just trying to figure out if you can take dogs to this.
Yeah, it's very cute. So basically what it is, they're having a lovely Christmas Eve candlelit dinner, which sounds really, really nice. So it's kind of like, before the chaos of Christmas Day, you can go there, cooked for, it's all lovely. But there is a picture of a dog on there. So I don't know whether it's like you can take your dog to the dinner, but I have put a comment on their post and I've asked them.
See if we can find out.
So I'll come back
But listen, whether you take your dog or not, it's a beautiful place to go at Christmas, to go and visit. So have a little look at their Instagram, find out what's going on. It's Ringwood Hall Hotel. No, it's not.
Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa.
That's the one. Right, okay. I need another coffee.
Yeah, I do. We've only had one today, which is obscene.
Mate, where is this week gone?
What day are we on?
Thursday.
I think it's because we didn't do the podcast Monday and Tuesday, so it kind of it feels like a bank holiday week, doesn't it?
We've got a quiz tonight.
We've got some meetings today.
It's a busy day.
It's a busy day. When are we going to squeeze in watching the Kardashians? Haven't even watched the final episode yet.
Oh, is it the final one? Mm-hmm. Oh, is it?
Yes, I need to squeeze that in at some point today.
Well, we'll squeeze it in at some point.
Of course we will.
Of course we will. Yeah, an hour of the Kardashians.
Yeah. Have a lovely day.